In 2025, most people are working harder than ever, yet feeling like money is slipping further out of reach. Subscriptions pile up, inflation eats away at savings, and technology changes faster than we can adapt. But here's the truth. The gap between the rich and everyone else isn't luck. It's strategy. Today, you'll discover the money secrets the wealthy never ignore, even if they're starting from zero. These secrets have nothing to do with lottery wins or special connections. They're timeless principles, updated with today's tools, like artificial intelligence, digital platforms, and modern investing strategies. We'll break it down into 5 core parts: mastering the psychology of money, building the unshakable foundation, overcoming challenges, preserving wealth long-term, and finally, the 6 strategies that actually grow wealth. Along the way, we'll pull lessons from classics like Think and Grow Rich and fresh insights from The Psychology of Money, Atomic Habits, and Die with Zero. By the end, you'll have a practical blueprint to start with nothing, avoid the traps that keep people stuck, and finally build the freedom you've been chasing. If you're serious about creating wealth the smarter way, hit that subscribe button now, because your journey doesn't start someday. It starts today. And it begins with the part of money most people never master: the psychology behind it. Money is emotional before it is mathematical. Morgan Housel in The Psychology of Money reminds us, financial success is not a hard science. It's a soft skill, where how you behave is more important than what you know. Think about it. How many times have you celebrated a paycheck by buying something you didn't really need, only to regret it when the bills arrived? Or maybe you panicked during a market dip and sold at the worst possible moment. These are emotional reactions disguised as financial choices, and the wealthy know this truth. That's why they focus on mastering their own psychology before anything else. One of their simplest but most powerful rules is the 48-hour pause. Any purchase that isn't absolutely essential waits 2 days. Why? Because most emotional spending fades with time. The desire feels urgent in the moment, but after 48 hours, you often realize you don't need it. That pause saves money, builds discipline, and strengthens the habit of intentional decision-making. The wealthy also use clear categories for their money. They divide every dollar into 3 buckets: protection, growth, and enjoyment. Protection covers essentials like bills, insurance, and an emergency buffer. Growth is money directed toward investments, assets, and future freedom. And enjoyment is guilt-free spending, because money should also create joy, not just security. This framework transforms money from chaos into clarity. Here's the key. This isn't about restriction. It's about alignment. When your money reflects your values, when your spending matches your true priorities, you stop feeling controlled by it. You stop chasing every impulse and instead start directing your resources with confidence. And in 2025, this principle matters more than ever. Why? Because the modern world is engineered for emotional spending. Social media pushes ads based on your feelings. Shopping apps offer one-click purchases designed to bypass your rational brain. Streaming services and endless subscriptions blur the line between need and want. Without discipline, it's easy to let your emotions and algorithms dictate your financial destiny. The wealthy flip that script. They recognize the emotional traps, set rules in advance, and stick to systems that protect them from their weaker moments. They know that mastery doesn't mean never feeling temptation. It means having tools and habits in place that stop temptation from winning. The takeaway: building wealth isn't about knowing every formula or chasing the perfect investment. It starts with mastering yourself, because when you control your emotions around money, you control your future. And that's the first real secret the rich never ignore. Once you control your mindset and behavior, the next step is building the foundation that holds everything together. Wealth doesn't arrive in a single moment. It's constructed like a building, and just like a skyscraper, it only rises as high as its foundation is strong. Step 1 is identity shift. James Clear in Atomic Habits reminds us, Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Instead of saying, "I'm bad with money," wealthy individuals say, "I'm someone who improves my system every month." That shift fuels consistency. Step 2 is SMART goals. The wealthy don't deal in vague intentions like "I want more money." They design goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, increase my net worth by $25,000 in 12 months. That goal is then broken into monthly and weekly actions. Step 3 is habit stacking. Just like athletes add rituals before games, wealthy people attach small money habits to daily routines. 10 minutes every Sunday, coffee in hand, checking cash flow, net worth, and progress toward goals. Here's the challenge. Most people fail because they don't measure. You can't improve what you don't track. That's why we are building the Trip to Wealth Google Sheet system. It takes these habits and turns them into dashboards. It automatically calculates savings rates, debt paydown speed, and investment growth. It makes invisible progress visible, which is the fuel for momentum. You'll find the early access waitlist link below this video. Think of it like training in the gym. Without keeping score, sets, reps, weight, you never see improvement. The wealthy keep score with money the same way. The takeaway: a strong foundation isn't glamorous, but it's non-negotiable. Without it, every financial win is temporary. With it, wealth becomes inevitable. Of course, even with a solid foundation, challenges appear. The question is, will they break you or will they sharpen you? We live in a world built on instant gratification, same-day delivery, autoplay videos, endless scrolling. The wealthy know this environment is designed to keep you distracted and broke. Their secret? They rewire themselves for delayed gratification. Think of it like marathon training. Skipping today's run feels good now, but race day reveals the truth. Wealth works the same way. Every impulse purchase, every skipped investment is a missed mile in your financial race. High performers flip the script. They choose the side hustle over the binge watch, the investment account over the impulse buy. They remind themselves, "My future self is watching." Failure is also part of the process. Bill Perkins in Die with Zero argues that mistakes are actually investments in learning. The wealthy treat failure as tuition. Each misstep provides data for the next attempt. Thomas Edison tested over 1,000 prototypes before success. Entrepreneurs launch products that flop, then refine until something sticks. Resilience is their final weapon. They log setbacks, record lessons, and design the next step forward. Over time, this builds grit, the ability to keep moving when motivation fades. Here's the truth. You can't avoid challenges, but you can use them as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. The takeaway: wealth isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. You don't win because you never fall. You win because you refuse to stay down. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word "more" so I know. All right, once you've learned to endure, the next secret is protecting what you've already built. Making money is exciting. Keeping it, that's the true test. Many climb the ladder only to watch it collapse because they ignored preservation. The rich never skip this step. Think of wealth as a house. You've spent years building it. Now imagine leaving the doors unlocked. That's what happens when people ignore protection. The wealthy apply 3 layers. First, protection, insurance for health, income, and liability, plus an emergency buffer of 6 to 12 months of expenses. This buys time and peace of mind. Second, estate planning. Even if you're not rich, a will, updated beneficiaries, and possibly a trust are crucial. These prevent confusion, taxes, and conflicts. But it's not just about assets, it's about values. Many wealthy families write a 1-page legacy letter explaining the story behind the wealth and how they want it carried forward. Third, reviews. Life changes. The rich revisit their plans annually. Marriage, children, new businesses, each requires updates. Just like athletes fine-tune training, wealthy families fine-tune protection. And here's a 2025 upgrade. FinTech now makes estate planning simpler. There are platforms where you can manage digital assets, crypto, even content rights. The wealthy are already protecting their digital legacies. The takeaway: creating wealth is one skill, preserving it is another. The rich secure both. Once you've secured the base, the real question is, how do you multiply wealth? That's where 6 strategies come in. The wealthy never rely on one lane. They diversify across 6 strategies, many of which are accessible in 2025, even if you're starting small. Entrepreneurship. Wealthy people solve problems. Today, you can launch a digital product, an AI-powered service, or even a niche subscription from your laptop. Every great fortune begins with value creation, investing wisely. They automate contributions into diversified portfolios. Index funds remain core, but 2025 also brings ETFs targeting AI, renewable energy, and global infrastructure. Patience plus automation equals compounding. Technology and startups. While risky, small checks into early companies or equity via platforms can deliver outsized returns. Think of it as optionality, not the foundation. Real estate. From house-hacking duplexes to tokenized real estate shares, property remains a wealth pillar. The rich see real estate as cash flow plus equity growth, not just a house. Personal brand. In the digital era, attention is leverage. Sharing expertise online creates income streams, courses, products, partnerships. Every video, blog, or post is a digital employee working for you 24/7. Education and skills. The fastest ROI still comes from yourself. Coding, sales, negotiation, AI tools, skills that boost income, accelerate wealth faster than capital alone. The takeaway: you don't need all 6. Start with one, master it, and layer others over time. Let's close this with the ultimate reminder. Money is not the end goal. Freedom is. Before we wrap up, let's expose the money myths that quietly hold most people. You've learned the strategies that work. Now here are the traps you must avoid. Myth 1: AI will replace you. The truth? AI is a tool, not a replacement. Those who learn to use it earn more, not less. Imagine pairing your skills with AI to create faster results. The winners are those who adapt. Myth 2: quick riches are possible. From crypto hype to meme stocks, many chase shortcuts. But every study shows the same pattern. The ones who get wealthy are those who hold quality assets and let compounding do the work. Myth 3: spending equals status. In 2025, endless subscriptions, gadgets, and luxury items drain more wealth than ever. The rich flip the script. They buy freedom, not clutter. Myth 4: it's too late to start. The reality? Whether you're 25 or 55, wealth begins with a single decision: track, invest, and improve. The biggest regret of those who never build wealth is not starting, not failing. The takeaway: wealth isn't built on trends or myths. It's built on timeless principles adapted to modern tools. Avoid the traps, stick to the fundamentals, and you'll separate yourself from the majority. So, there you have it. The money secrets the rich never ignore. Mastering psychology, building foundations, overcoming challenges, preserving wealth, and applying the 6 strategies that actually work in 2025 and beyond. The biggest lesson? Wealth is not built overnight. It's built daily, in the decisions you make and the habits you repeat. You don't need to start with millions. You can start with $0. Here's your next move. Choose one action this week. Maybe it's setting up an automatic savings transfer, starting a side hustle, or simply tracking your net worth. If you found value today, I highly recommend watching my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to leave your comment below, especially if this video made you think differently. I appreciate your support more than you know. Until next time, stay consistent, stay patient, and stay winning. See you in the next one, Money Magician.